Everybody is dealing online, but why are we still bleeding offline? Welcome back to Lion Music Lounge. I am still your host, Liomi. This is to say thank you for sticking around in the lounge, and the lounge is officially open. And today's episode is not about vibes. It's not mainly about vibes. It's about people that are still healing or in the process of healing, or people that are still hurting that want to heal. So this will not be too rosy, but I'll sure make it fun and worth of your time. And that takes me to my hot take. And today we're going to be talking about healing is trending, but are we actually healing? Are we? And now, healing has become a costume that everyone wears. I'm in the process, I'm on a journey to heal, I'm on a this, I'm on a that. But healing used to mean doing the hard work quietly. Let me put it like that. Healing used to mean doing the hard work quietly. Now, healing is a costume that people wear online. You see people come online. We learned therapy words, but we didn't learn emotional responsibility that comes with it. People now, they normally use the word easily, like triggered, boundaries, trauma, narcissist, but they use them as defense, not as truth to heal. Everything is a trigger, every correction is an attack, every uncomfortable conversation is bad energy. Real healing will offend your ego before it free your heart. Some of us didn't heal. We just found a better way to justify our want. We find a very good better way to just justify that. I moved on it. I healed. Most of us ghost instead of communicating. We cut off people instead of setting clear boundaries. We call abundance peace. When you're avoiding something that you're meant to settle, talk about, you just say, oh, I've avoided it, I'm at peace. And then if your healing only protects you but constantly hurt others, then something is wrong. Because avoid accountability is not healing, it's emotional hiding. When you are wrong, you were wrong, you've been hurt. Take responsibility. Where you are wrong, amend it. Where you need to do better, do better. But when you want to heal and you are avoiding accountability, then trust me, it's emotional hiding. You're just thinking that you have healed, but you've not. And we see on this, but let's go to the trend watch because I don't want us to get all emotional. I'm going to say congratulations to the Adekunle Gold family. Adekunle and Simi announced on their socials that they welcome to. Bless me, Lord. I swear you're doing it people's life. Amen. Then on the trend watch, we have something going on now online. It is so saddening. I've seen like on my home timeline, hey, they just keep bringing the video, but because I keep liking and commenting on the others, clearer videos, clearer shots of an ICE officer shooting directly at a woman on the drive this new year, just because of what? Something that we do normally in Nigeria, that we just jump and pass and die. But then it's not even funny because the kind of trauma, and they don't even align in memorial. So imagine that the ICE commander came out and be like, hey, they will protect the ICE officer, they will say. So everything is going wrong everywhere. Just pray life doesn't happen to you the way you don't want. And that's that on Trend Watch. And today we're talking about healing, and that will bring me to my weekly playlist. The weekly playlist, I brought just one movie. The rest, I watched many movies I want to review. But you see this particular movie, when the spirits just come, I was preparing my script. I didn't even know I was going to gist on healing. I watched the film earlier. Then when I was ready to prepare my script, then something came, healing, and then okay, I start working on it. And then it's like a journey that I have on myself. So it's my story to share, right? So then I just watched this movie, and this movie just stick on bond. Jesus. Hey, you can view it, you can get to view the movie on YouTube. Love Story Media TV. It features Taneze, it feature his wife, even the son dey there. This guy, this Yoruba guy, what's his name? Oh, Jesus, I clearly. Unbound is the movie of the week. Nothing else is taking that list, because Unbound was just the movie that fit in perfectly to what we're going to gist about today. And then, you can view it on Love Story Media TV. Kingsley is a guy that's dating a lady called Chinazam. I'm going to give you a short, brief thing. And then they were together for years. I'm only saying this thing. My darling, the moment you come out one, come out two, just leave. Just leave. Because if he sees it, like it might not, some decisions, these decisions will break you. One is still advisable, but the moment you after abort one, abort two, trust me, you will abort 10, and this guy will still not marry you. You will cry and you will not see tears, because he will easily moved on. And exactly what happened on Unbound. And to imagine that she even pull her clothes, curse, using the name of the Lord. After saying abortion, then you decided that let's get closer to God. Hey, Jesus. Trust me, you want to watch Unbound. I watch Unbound, I drip tears, and one part of me forgive. I will not lie. A part of me forgive. After watching that movie, like, why are you holding on to it? And then they use this quote that I love so much, Romans 9:15, that says, he said he will have mercy on who he will have mercy on. Tatao, that thing hits me. But if you allowed yourself to be used, and the grace of mercy did not fall upon you, you will lose everything. Everything. She cried, she walked, and then God was so wonderful. Like, she ended up marrying somebody that loved her, that helped her grow in all of this. Guys, go check it out on Bond, on Love Story Media TV. Trust me, you want to check it out. And then now to the listener corner. I want to share something I've not really say out loud. Not because it's a secret, no, I don't have any secrets, but because healing culture doesn't really make space for it. I thought healing meant I had stopped feeling some certain things, but that's not what happened though. For a long time I thought healing meant being unbothered, calm, quiet, above it, the kind of person that nothing touches anymore. I stopped reacting, I stopped explaining, I stopped crying in front of people, and everybody thought I was healed. People praise a version of you that was numbed, a version of you that doesn't react. People praise it, they call you strong. But the truth is, I wasn't unbothered. I was just tired of being misunderstood. I'm tired of being, I'm tired of having to explain, and it will still be like my explanation is not getting anywhere. Being unbothered become the mask that I wear. A way to avoid hard conversations, a way to look mature when I am actually swallow things that hurt me. I confuse emotional control with emotional avoidance. And what it cost me, I let things slide, things that shouldn't have slide, things that I should have communicated, things that I should have set boundaries for. I stay quiet in situation where my voice matters. I smile through. For people that know, I smile a lot. I smile through things that slowly disconnected me from myself. But the real healing didn't make me feel unbothered. It made me aware. It made me aware, like very, very aware. It made me aware of when something cross a line. I just know that this is wrong. When silence is self betrayal, it makes me aware when the peace is fake. Now when I react, it doesn't mean I'm broken. No, it means I am present. And then sometimes it even look like saying that hurts me instead of pretending it didn't. So I learned to communicate my feelings very clearly. Now to the savage corner of the week. This part is uncomfortable, but let's be honest, some of you didn't set boundaries. Let's say some of us didn't set boundaries. We built emotional walls and then we call it growth. Boundaries include communication. People that know me now, they know I'm going to say it clearly to your face. I don't care. I will say it the way it's meant to sound. If we sound right with you, fine. If we did not, peace out. And then silence is not maturity. It's not though. If nobody understands your boundary, it is not a boundary, it's a punishment. Cutting people off is not always healing. No, sometimes you don't need to cut them off. Sometimes it is the fear of confrontation. You are so afraid. How would they react? How would they act? If I ask them this, how are they going to do? Not every relationship deserves access. And then, but not every mistake deserve exile. It's not everybody that you just cut off. There's some people you communicate and you see them change. If you disappear anytime things get hard, you are not protecting your peace. You are avoiding growth. Yes, you are. Social media made healing very competitive. Who heal faster, who look scammer, who sound wiser. Okay. I will say it again, one of my big truths, just like I said in the last episode, that you cannot caption peace. Peace is quiet. If you have to announce it every week, you might still be at work. Now this day I am healing from kinikon, that one I am healing. My darling, peace is very quiet. This one might hit hard, but being self-aware is useless if you don't change. You know that you have to cut this boundary to have peace, and you're not communicating it. You can understand as how. Make him understand, make her get it, make her know. Let it bounce to her that, bro, you're doing it wrong, sister. That is not the way. We don't do things only the way of him. I want to be calm. My darling, there's sometimes you need to communicate it clearly. And then, you should know your trauma. You should name your own pattern, and then you should still repeat them. You know what traumatized you. You know the kind of pattern you want to go through to have your peace. Make sure you are putting it in action. Keep repeating it. Awareness without action is just intelligence watching itself fail. So you have to be aware of your condition. You have to be aware of what you want and what you don't want. Then you have to put the action. You have to communicate your feelings, communicate your heart, knows what hurts you, build yourself. I don't care what your faith is. You know what you believe in, pray about it, and set the standard straight. This is not to shame anyone. Healing is hard, but lying to yourself that you are healed is making it harder. Real healing is boring because it is very silent. You have to break yourself and remove yourself. No caption, no applaud, just consistent. Just keep doing what gives you the peace. Just keep setting your boundaries straight. Just keep knowing what you're meant to do. Don't expect people to hail you all in the name of I am healing. No, because life is cruel already, and then Just like I always say, people say it's like the spiritual, but everybody knows what they are doing. So don't let them use you to be fine. Make sure you're fine with yourself, because peace is quiet and healing needs consistency. And that is that on the show for today. In this episode, if this episode makes you feel uncomfortable, sit with it. Growth doesn't come with flitters. Sit with it and grow. Be sure you are healing, not just showing off. And then guys, keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep supporting me. The full video of this episode is on YouTube and on TikTok. So please do well to like, follow, and check it out. And for people that want to listen to the audio so that they can get to do other things as they listen to the voice of the queen, you can check us out on Audio Mac, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Thank you for listening. It is still your girl, your host with the most high, Liomi, and the lounge is officially closed.